going on, folks? AD back once again with another edition of my NASCAR news series because it's another day and another day full of news. The 2018 NASCAR Hall of Fame class was announced tonight, and let's go over the 5 folks who made it onto the list. First off, let's talk about Robert Yates, championship-winning car owner, Robert Yates Racing, a big-time team back in the 90s. Unfortunately, the team isn't around anymore, and Robert's been having some health problems, so it's really good to see him make the list. Did have the highest percentage at 94%, so a lot of people wanted to see Robert in the Hall of Fame. Up next is Red Byron, the first ever NASCAR strictly stock champion back in 1949. I've been voting for Red Byron for years on the fan vote. Glad to see he finally made it into the Hall of Fame. Ray Evernham made it in the Hall of Fame. Championship-winning crew chief, won 3 titles with Jeff Gordon in the 90s. Those Rainbow Warriors, those despicable Rainbow Warriors. I was an Earnhardt fan. To hell with Jeff. Ray Evernham deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Not only the 3-time championship crew chief, but went on to start his own team, bring Dodge back into NASCAR back in 2001, and ran a very successful team. I'm really glad Ray Evernham made the Hall of Fame this year. Of course, next up on the list, Ken Squier, broadcasting legend, the man that put NASCAR on the map on the 1979 Daytona 500, called it flag to flag for CBS. Happy to see Ken make it in the Hall of Fame, and I really can't wait for his speech. Last but not least, Ron Hornaday Jr. made the Hall of Fame, and that's kind of a shock. I saw on Twitter he was tied with Alan Kulwicki at 38%. They all went around and voted again, and Ron made the list, so happy to see Ron in there. And I'm really glad to see that NASCAR's taking a look at each individual series and picking out Hall of Famers. I know they have some modified guys in there. They have Xfinity guys in there. Glad to see someone take a look at the truck series and say, hey, we have some certified Hall of Famers in here, and certainly a 4-time series champion is one of those. In other news going on this week, it was revealed today that Regan Smith will stay in the 43 car for the weekend in place of injured Eric Almirola. After that, we're not sure. I'm sure they'll announce something before the next race, but for this weekend, Regan Smith will be there in the Coca-Cola 600. While we're talking about the Coca-Cola 600, it was revealed this week that Charlotte Motor Speedway is adding the VHT compound to the upper groove of the track, which is going to help competition, I think, but it's worked really well at Bristol. So I'm interested to see how it reacts to an asphalt surface, and I really am interested to see them add it to the top groove and see what happens. That's all the news I've got for you today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back again with some more NASCAR news, but until then, so long.